Yo, what's up everybody? It's hecka late right now. It's like 10:30. I just took a shower. Hair's looking all crazy, but I just had kind of a hit of inspiration. I'm feeling real good, really energetic right now. So we're gonna do another video, and it's all about loving yourself. I got a little bear dude up here, love yourself. And this is probably the single most important thing that I've struggled with my whole entire life. I have never been a confident person. I've been the shyest, most dorkiest, most hating on myself, negative self-talk person ever in the history of man. It was a huge, huge issue for me. And it all started when I was a kid. I was a small kid. There's just nothing I could do about that. It was just small, right? I didn't have a big appetite. And the thing is, people always used to call me skinny. Never my mom, never my dad, right? They were okay with me being skinny. If anything, I think my mom just didn't want me to be fat. She's a very petite, healthy, health-centered woman. But uncles and aunts and people at school, right? I would always get told that I'm skinny and that I need to go eat, right? And somehow people in this society think it's okay to tell skinny people that they're skinny, but you would never go up to a fat person and say, hey dude, you're hecka fat, right? You need to eat a little less cheeseburgers. But instead, with the skinny person, we're like, hey dude, you're skinny, you need to eat a cheeseburger, right? And that's fucked up. Fuck that. I don't agree with that at all. Like, you can't fathom in your own head why calling this little kid skinny might affect him like for the rest of his life, right? Like this whole image now that I'm thinking, oh, is there something wrong with me? I'm skinny, and like that's what I carried with me my whole life. Yes, I was skinny. Objectively speaking, this is a skinny kid, but how he feels on the inside is super skinny and not adequate, not enough somehow. Something is wrong with me. And if I have that mentality instilled in me at an early age, that's only fucked up, because it's not about being skinny. It's about feeling skinny. And I carried with me for so many years, right? So just even people close to me, right? Like I said, it was my family telling me this, right? So it's just like, yeah, I get where they're coming from. You know, they want me to eat. They see I'm not eating enough. So it was in a good-hearted sense. It's not like they were trying to curse me for 30 years or whatever, right? But it happened. It happened. So I think this is why I'm so fired up about self-love, because confidence is something that I've never really had, right? And confidence is just really the first step of the ladder, right? Confidence is a little different because you can fake confidence. You know, you can stick out your chest and be like, confidence, right? A lot of guys do that, especially young men. They do that. I was never like that. I was hands in my pockets, heads down, not looking anybody in the eye, shy as fuck, feeling skinny as fuck, right? Always like, my clothes were like huge on me, just as a small, tiny kid, feeling pretty tiny and worthless on the inside, right? It's a terrible way to feel all throughout high school, all throughout college, right? Even most of my adult life, right? It's only recently that I even started tapping into what it's like to really love yourself, right? Truly love yourself. And I think the confidence, and there's also some people will be like, you know, I don't care what people think, right? That's good too, like not caring what people think, you know, that's one step. But most of the time, at a young age, in a rebellious stage, the people who are like, I don't care what people think, it's not only that they don't care what people think, it's like, fuck you, I don't care what you think, right? It's a really negative place to be, but at least you're kind of on board with that, like, you know, you're okay with your own image. And true self-love though, true self-love is when it's a very positive place to be, right? Just think about it this way. If you truly love your wife, if you truly love your husband, you love them no matter what, whether she has no makeup on or whether she's in a $5 million dress, makeup done, hair did, all of that, right? You love her just the same. If she's wearing basketball shorts and a wife beater with a black eye and hungover, right? You still love her. Why is that any different than loving yourself? It's not. It's not, right? If you don't love yourself now, then you're never gonna love yourself if you lose 50 pounds or gain 50 pounds of muscle. No matter what happens, if you don't love yourself the way you are, if you can't learn to unconditionally love yourself right now, nothing is gonna change that, right? It's the same way with like money, right? You think money is gonna buy you happiness because you're not happy right now, but it's not. Money only buys you things, right? It does not buy you happiness. So to think that, you know, when we lose weight, we're going to love ourselves, or when we buy these fancy clothes, we're going to love ourselves, and those are the only conditions in which we love ourselves, that's not true love, right? That's just, I like myself a little better because I can't accept myself under other circumstances. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship that you will have in life, hands down, for everybody. I don't care if you're a mother, a grandmother, father, single mother, doesn't matter. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you will ever have. And I'm not talking about making sacrifices for your children or the ones you love. Of course, that goes without saying. But if you improve this relationship, if this relationship gets better, then everything that comes out of this will be better, right? It makes perfect sense. So when you really truly start loving yourself, it won't matter. Yeah, you'll feel good when you're dolled up. I'm not saying that you can't feel good when you look better and put on nice clothes, but I'm saying that won't be the deal breaker, okay? That won't be the only way you can be confident with yourself when you leave the house. When you truly love yourself, the opinions of others don't really matter. They don't matter at all. Everybody has opinions, right? It's silly to let that affect you. Everybody has knees and elbows and teeth and eyes, right? That doesn't affect you. Why should opinions affect you, all right? So when you love yourself, that is the strongest armor you could possibly have. Nothing can strip you of that when it's true love. These opinions coming at you, even if they're negative opinions, right? Designed to hurt you, they can't, because you just respect their opinions. It's not a negative thing at all. It's not like, fuck you, I know I look good, right? It's okay that they have their opinions. You love yourself. It's an impenetrable field of love, and everything coming at you like pew, 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 just bounces off like bullets on Superman, all right? So that is, in a nutshell, the importance of self-love. So just gravitate it, guys. Work on it. Work on it like you're building yourself up, like something you need to practice every day. Give yourself a big hug, like Mr. Bear here. Love yourself, guys. Love yourself. I love you. Thanks for tuning in late night on this bonus edition of the How Vu Show. We'll call this season 1, episode 4. We can do that. I'm cool with that. Anyways, goodbye. Good night. Thank you for tuning in, as always.